Hello, welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I am Teacher Oakley, and for the next hour, we are going to be looking at idioms. Hopefully, we'll be learning some new vocabulary. Specifically, we're going to be looking at idioms that have to do with red and blue. uh, We're going to be learning these idioms by doing some exercises together, some mix and match and fill in the blank exercises. We'll also talk about related idioms. I will try to explain the situations or circumstances where these idioms are often used. And of course, I am always interested in hearing if you have similar idioms in your native languages, uh, or similar vocabulary, or even similar different idioms, but with the same meaning. So I like it. I like it and appreciate it very much if you would share those idioms with me in the class. Okay, idioms about red and blue. Okay, let me start out by greeting some participants, some students. Hello, Heidi.
Hello, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again, as always. What's that?
I know, read the book.
Red book.
Read the book.
Red, blue. Oh, yeah. Yeah, red and blue. I'm themed. I'm themed for the class.
No, blue. Blue.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, Raphael. Welcome to the class.
Hello, Oakley.
Hi. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Okay. Nice to have you here. I'd also like to welcome Alvaro.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Alvaro. How are you today?
Fine, thanks. How are you doing?
Great. Thank you very much. And also, hello, Martin.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Not too bad, thanks. Pretty good.
Very good. And hearty welcome to Max. Hello, Max. Hi, Max. Hey, what's new?
Hello again, hello.
Hello again, hello.
Nothing new.
Nothing new. Same old,
Hello,
same old.
everyone. Same old, same old.
Same old, same old. Okay. All right. We are going to start out by looking at, well, literal and non-literal meanings, and talk about colors and connotations. Connotations are sort of implied meanings, implied ideas that colors give us. So a little bit of discussion here to start out. I'm going to do a screen share so you can see the different topics here. Okay. Number one, Heidi, I'm going to start with you. Heidi.
When a very important person arrives in your country, what color of carpet is brought especially for them to work on? Red. Red carpet.
Of course, it's always a red carpet, and actually we roll out the red carpet, right, for an important person.
Mm-hmm.
Roll out the red carpet, absolutely.
Even Oscar.
Even especially the Oscars.
Oscar.
Absolutely. Actually, everyone talks about these famous stars walk down the red carpet, talk about what they wear and all that. Yeah. Since we're talking about colors today, I just want to quickly point out, color is one of those words that is spelled differently in British English than American English. COLOR in American English and OUR. There's a number of words that actually end with OUR in British English spelling, but just OR in American English spelling. Now, the pronunciation is exactly the same, and of course, the meaning is the same. But just want to point out this is one of those many, many words. Uh, okay, Alvaro. Alvaro, in your language, what color do you use to describe bruises?
In my language, we use purple, I guess.
Purple. Well, that's probably that's
I
very
think so.
accurate.
I'm
Purple?
very bad for
Yeah.
colors, but I think so.
Okay. In English, of course, we use black and blue. Does
Okay.
anybody in the class use any different colors? English is black and blue. Alvaro, you're Spanish, right?
Yeah,
Alvaro? Yeah. So maybe purple. Anybody else have different
No,
colors?
It's
in
Matt?
purple
Russian
in
just
Portuguese too.
blue.
Just blue. And in Portuguese, purple? Rafael?
Yeah, it is
Okay.
the same, purple.
Purple. Okay. Interesting. You know, bruises
It's
are
like
what?
we have one root, two words, blue and bruise.
Oh,
Like
really?
yes, синий, it's color blue, and синяк, it's bruise.
Ah, so very closely related. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Last year I fell down the street and I hit my face. I had a lot of bruises, purple and red and yellow.
Yeah, well,
No
that,
blue.
that's what I was just going to say, is that in fact, bruises over time, too, I'm sure they change colors over time. I mean, you first injure yourself, it's red, then it turns, I don't know exactly, I can't remember the colors, but I mean, it changes color, right? Yellow, green, blue, purple.
No blue. Then
Not
finally
really
it
blue.
become black.
Yeah, right. Really, it's kind of funny that in English and Russian we use blue, but really a bruise never actually turns blue, does it? Kind of purple, yellow, green I've even seen, but don't really remember blue. That is kind of odd. Okay. Raphael, what color does your face go when you're embarrassed?
Mm, I think it's red, but with a little bit of pink
Yeah,
sometimes, depending
yeah,
on your color.
right. Depending on your natural color. Okay. Uh, does your face go red? Yeah, okay. You could say your face turns red, commonly as well. All right. I think most people, when they're embarrassed, their face turns red. Okay. Uh, Max, what color makes bulls angry?
I think red.
I think so. Why? Does anybody know why?
Yeah, he is. Oh, he
Bulls are
bulls.
always he.
Okay, he's uh, he's not able to see red.
Yeah,
He's mono. How to say it?
Monochromatic,
Monochrome.
black and white vision, in other words,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
monochrome.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Elviro, what were you going to say?
uh, yeah. I think that bulls they have like a very short sight and very bad
Uh,
uh, view. So I think that's the color which is like the brightest. I think so. So that's the way.
has anybody ever tried to wave I don't know, a purple cloth in front of a bull, a yellow cloth?
No, it's not very popular. I have a lot of bullfighting in my town,
Yeah.
and no, but the point is that you can stay like 1 meter far from a bull, and if you are quiet, he's not going to see you. So
Yeah,
I
but they
think that
smell you, right?
I don't know why, but probably they should, but they don't. I've done it a couple of times when I was younger. I don't do it any longer, and it just stay just like quiet, and he just doesn't recognize you.
Oh, really? Okay.
You
I've
can
been
try.
chased. I've been chased up a tree by a bull before. I was very scared. That he just stood there at the bottom of the tree for hours while my friend and I were.
Really.
Luckily, it was an apple tree, so we had something to eat. But uh,
Vale.
yeah, yeah, I don't know. Okay, Martin. Here's an interesting question. What
Yeah.
color do you call pornographic films in your language?
In Italian, we call this kind of films red lights. So
Red
red is
light.
the color. Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. So red is the color that you use in this kind of situations.
Very interesting. Okay. Now here's another one that's very interesting because in English they're blue movies, but I'm an American. I currently live in the Philippines, and in the Philippines they're green. If
Ah,
you're green minded, you're dirty minded. You're sex minded.
Same in Spain.
What's that?
Same in Spain. Is the green
Green?
the color? Yeah,
Oh, that's where it comes from then, because of course I've
yeah,
often wondered about that. Of course, Philippines was a Spanish colony
yeah. For a long
for a
time. Yeah,
long, long time. Yeah. So, oh, I wondered about that. I could never figure out where did they get green and green-minded, and they tell green jokes, you know, dirty jokes.
yeah. Green
Ah,
jokes and a green old person is when a like an ancient is just looking at young girls. It's
uh,
a green man.
ah. Ah, thanks, Alvaro. Okay, that explains a lot to me. I had no idea where that was coming from. Now I get it. Thanks. Okay. I guess I don't really understand the point of this question. When someone punches in you in the eye, what color does the skin around your eye become? Well, I suppose that's the same as bruises. Don't really understand that one. But okay. Looking at this quote, the government had promised a program to cut bureaucratic red tape. Okay. Um, quick poll time. Is there too much red tape in your government? Red tape, bureaucracy, too much paperwork, too many steps, unnecessary steps, too much formality, and too difficult to get things done, to open a business, to build a house, to um, hook up your house to the gas or the sewer or the electric line, to get anything done. Is there a lot of red tape? Too much red tape? Heidi, what do you think in Japan? I'm just curious. I'm gonna ask everyone this question real fast.
We don't say any color.
No, but is there too much red tape? Is there too much bureaucracy and too much paperwork to get anything done?
Hmm. Likely bureaucrat.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Alvaro, too much red tape in your?
Yeah, yeah. Really, really. Too much. It's like I don't know. It's in the inside the way we work. I guess.
Yeah. Uh, Raphael, quick poll. Is there too much red tape in the government in your country?
Yes, there is too much red tape in Brazil, especially in my work, because they like
Really?
papers and papers and more papers. We're destroying a forest because of that.
Oh, that's horrible. I shouldn't be laughing. But sorry, Raphael, I can't help it. I know what you mean. Max, how
Es-
about in Russia?
espe- Especially Russian forest.
Yeah, that's why there's no more Russian forests in the tundra. Okay. Very good.
We there is also
Yeah.
too much red tape.
See, that's why I'm asking. I just think this is universal. Martin, how about in Italy?
Yeah.
Yep.
It depends. Not too many paperwork if your surname is an important surname, and there are too many paperwork is you have a not so important surname. It depends who
Ah,
you are.
aha. Okay, depends who you are. That's
Exactly.
interesting. Okay. I thought there was a lot of red tape when I lived in the United States, and then I moved to the Philippines, and I realized that United States are strictly amateurs. Philippines are professional at red tape. They got to keep everyone employed. So there's like I'd say 4 out of 5 government employees in this country do nothing but just deal with paperwork and red tape that's completely unnecessary and repetitive. But got to keep the people busy, I guess. All right. Okay,
In
let's
Rush in Russian the same situation.
say, yeah,
They don't know what they do. Just
really
sit on on their
on their butt.
pants.
Yeah, sit on their pants, sit on their butt. Okay. All right. Choose the color, red or blue. We're gonna look at an idiom which includes the color red or blue. Take your pick. You're 50% sure to be right. Uh, Heidi, I'm gonna start with you again. Number one.
The first time I went skiing was great fun, but I fell over every 5 seconds. I was black and red all over the next day. No,
No,
blue.
black and blue. That's
Oh,
right. You're black and blue, bruised everywhere. Um, I was black and blue for a week. Yeah, they beat him black and blue. You can be beaten black and blue until you're black and blue, or just they beat him till he was black and blue. Yep, black and blue. Strangely enough. Alvaro, number two.
Okay. I got a huge surprise last week. My cousin from Australia just arrived on my doorstep completely out of the blue.
Out of the blue, like out of the blue sky, from out of nowhere, suddenly. Um, yeah, now somebody can arrive physically out of the blue, or something can happen out of the blue suddenly for no reason. Suddenly, Switzerland attacked Italy out of the blue. What the heck's going on there? Crazy. Where'd that come from? Um, or sometimes somebody can say something. Alvaro, you and I can be talking about cheeses, and suddenly Max says, uh,
Who got
I
the
really
cheese?
enjoy skiing as well. What? What is he talking about? That was out of the blue. Uh, Americans, I don't necessarily think British say this um, because it's a baseball reference. Um, when somebody says something totally non sequitur is the formal way to say that. We say it's out of left field, or sometimes when things happen very strange. Uh, a non sequitur as a noun is when somebody says something that totally unrelated to what's being talked about. Uh,
Out of line.
yeah, well, completely off topic. Yeah. Okay, Raphael, how about number 3 here?
I've just got back from visiting our Swedish factory. They were incredibly welcoming. They gave me the red carpet treatment.
Very good. Red carpet treatment. Okay, that we have. I mentioned earlier to roll out the red carpet for someone. All right, to welcome them in a very formal fashion. All right, so the red carpet treatment would be obviously being treated that way, a very, very formal but welcoming way. Okay, Max, how about number 4?
I used to go the cinema quite a lot, but there is no much I want to see these days. I only go once in a blue moon now.
Very good. This one kind of fits, doesn't it, Max?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Once in a blue moon, Max. But wait, Max, there's an actual real meaning for this. I did not know this up until maybe a year or two ago. I never knew this. I thought this was totally just idiomatic. But there's an actual reason we call it a blue moon. There's an actual the physics has
Yes,
well
so
there's an actual reason. Do you know what it is? Not physics really, but do you know what a blue moon
no,
really is?
no, I don't know.
No? Anybody in the class? Does anybody know what is the definition of a blue moon? It actually has a definition. I thought it was just part of the idiom, but in fact, it is defined as the second moon in a month. So when you have a full moon, like on the first or second of the month, in 28 days, of course, it'll be, the 29th or 30th. So obviously, this doesn't happen very often because the full moon is every 28 days, but sometimes it just happens that there are two full moons within the same month. And that second
Twice.
full moon is called a blue moon.
Mm.
And clearly, obviously, because of the way the calendar's set up, doesn't happen very often. And thus the expression once in a blue moon. Okay. Meaning not very often. We definitely have related idioms to that. Actually, Max, do you have any related idioms to that to talk about something that only happens once in a great long while?
No.
No, really?
Only that. Maybe I know, but don't come in my mind.
Okay, not in your head right now. Okay, whoops. Uh, Another one that Americans use, I really don't think British use this at all, is in a coon's age. I haven't seen you in a coon's age, meaning like a raccoon. A raccoon is an North American animal. Looks like a little bandit, like it's wearing a mask, has a ringed tail, loves to steal things. Anyway, once in a coon's age or in a coon's age. Okay, Martin, number 5.
Yep. I've never been more embarrassed in my life. Just as the priest asked if anyone knew any reason why we should not be married, invoked my ex-boyfriend. I just went as red as a beetroot. He had come with a present for us.
Oh, okay. I went red, so you go red, I guess. Or Americans are more likely to say turned red,
Yeah.
right? Okay. As red as a
Sorry, what?
beetroot, fine. What's that, Alvaro?
Uh, yeah, what's a beetroot? I don't know the meaning of
Eh,
that.
I don't either. No, I do. I guess British call it a beetroot, but Americans would just call it a beet. Um, okay, a beet is a root plant. Root
Hmm.
plant. It's the root you eat, like you eat the potato or the onion or carrots. Those are the roots. Beet is the root. It's round and it's really more purple than red, um, really. And if you cut it in half and you put it on a piece of paper, put it on your clothes, it leaves a big stain, like red, purple kind of stain. Uh, they call it red, but it's not really red. It's purple, actually. Red is a beet.
Okay,
Uh,
thanks.
sure.
In Italy, we say red as a tomato.
That makes more sense to me, in
Yeah,
actuality.
exactly. Tomato is red everywhere in the world.
In Russian,
Exactly. Right.
It's
in
pretty
Russian,
clear.
the same.
Red is a tomato, Max?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That seems a lot more logical to me. Okay. All right. A radish. But then there's white radish and red radish. I don't know. Okay. Heidi, number 6.
Come on, Steve. It's your birthday. We can't stay in tonight. Let's go out and paint the town red.
Yeah. Woohoo. Let's oh, Raphael, that's interesting. Portuguese, let's paint the number 7. Why? Why the number 7? Isn't 7 lucky, Raphael?
I'm wondering why, because if you pen the number 7, it means that you're going crazy doing something.
Yeah.
But why we mentioned the number 7? I don't know.
Interesting. Hmm. Okay. Same idea though. That's exactly the same, Raphael. Yeah, you're gonna go crazy, go wild, right? Out of control. Um, no inhibitions. Paint the town red. Weehaw. Um, but on the other hand, Raphael, I don't know why it's paint the town red either. Not really. I don't know what the significance of that is either. But there it is. Okay. Alvaro, number 7.
Yep. What really annoys me about getting up visa these days is all the red tape.
Yeah.
The document, the paperwork, the forms to fill in. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Red tape.
Yeah.
Okay. Bureaucratic paperwork. Very good. Raphael, number 8.
Okay, I have no idea about this one. And then she accused me of lying. Can you believe it? I just saw red and started shouting at her.
Good guess. Good guess. You got it. Yeah. If you see red, uh, I think the idea here is if somebody sees red, they have like blood in front of their eyes and they can only see like a red haze because they're so angry. If you see red, it means you're really, really angry, out of control, angry, actually.
Like bulls. No? It's the same
Maybe
like,
so.
like bulls.
Like wolves, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Do wolves get angry? Sure they do. Yeah?
Bulls, sorry. I mean bulls. Like the bullfighters, as we
Bull,
told
like a
before.
bull. Ah.
Sorry.
Oh, like a bull.
It is more or less the same.
Oh, right. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah. I'd never actually put 2 and 2 together and actually thought about that before. Ah, good one. Okay, Max, how about number 9?
Another idiom to put two and two together.
Another idiom, yeah. Put 2 and 2
Yeah.
together. Oh, yeah. I never added that up before. Okay.
I wouldn't use Brian's computer if I were you. He'll scream red murder if he finds out you've used it.
Okay. Now this is
I don't know this. Scream
no.
red,
Now
scream
this
blue.
is weird. You would think if you see red and it means anger, he'll
Yeah,
scream.
but
Uh,
it's not logical.
but it's not logical. No, it's not. He'll scream blue murder. I
Yeah, okay.
I don't know why. Why do you scream blue murder instead of red murder? I have no idea. He'll scream blue murder. Another connotation. I don't think it has anything to do with this, but it reminded me of this. Another connotation of the word blue. Um, Well, talk is to reference the boys in blue. Who do you think the boys in blue are? Anybody? Um, or the thin talk about the thin blue line. Anybody? Alvaro?
I think blue means sad, but I'm not sure if
Well, blue
it
means
can be.
sad. That's true. But the boys in blue, boys who wear blue clothes all the time, those would be the police. Um, So sometimes we reference police by saying the boys in blue, or we talk about the thin line between the police and the public as the thin blue line. We reference things about the police by using the color blue. I don't know if that has anything to do with this particular idiom or not, but
Okay, can I share something?
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Because I watch a television show called Blue Bloods,
Ah,
and it's from US,
yes, it
and
is.
it's about cops.
It's about cops.
Hmm.
Okay. Now that is interesting. Now, see, they're naming that TV show Blue Bloods because as kind of a not really a joke, but to be ironic, probably, because blue when it's co-located, when it's with bloods, a blue blood actually has a totally different meaning. And okay, that's I'm really glad you brought that up. Actually, a blue blood usually what that means normally to an English speaker, particularly American or British actually, a blue blood is somebody who has an old lineage, an old wealthy lineage. Their ancestors are rich, like they were lords and ladies of the court in England, like dukes and
It is the
duchesses.
same in Brazil.
Ah, really?
Exactly
Okay.
the same.
Yeah, same in
In
Italy, the
Russian,
same.
in Russian, the same blue blood, some kind of when people was born with a silver spoon.
Born with a silver spoon. Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Hmm. Yes, those that kind of matches right. That's the idea. They're wealthy and they have very old families. Is also old, powerful families, actually. Right. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. So obviously, that seems like that's an old European idea. Um, interesting. Okay, so it's interesting that they called the show Blue Bloods, a TV series. They're double meaning because blue always has a also has the connotation that have something to do with the police. Hmm, cool. All right. But I don't it still doesn't really explain why you scream blue murder. And by the way, it's the whole expression scream blue murder. Um, it all goes together. Okay, not just blue murder by itself wouldn't make any sense. You need the whole expression. He screamed blue murder. He's gonna scream blue murder. Whatever.
In just
Uh,
in Japan, screaming voice, particularly female, high tone, we
yeah.
call yellow voice.
Call what voice again?
Yellow, yellow voice.
Yellow voice?
Yes,
Really? Really?
like that.
Your yellow voice.
Yellow voice.
Great. I'll tell that. I'll tell that to my kids when they start screaming. Don't use your yellow voice inside the house. All right. That's quite interesting. Okay, Martin, number 10 here.
Look, if you ask me 50, you are. Oh, sorry. Look, you have asked me 50 times already, and you can keep asking until you are red in the face. But the answer is still no.
Okay, you are wrong.
Really?
Even though your answer is very logical, Martin, and I
Yeah.
know I of course I
I,
understand what
s-
you're talking about.
I say it. I say it without any doubt.
Yeah, I know, and it's very logical, but this is one of your more illogical English lessons you will face. Quite honestly. Um, all right. You scream until you're blue in the face. Okay, you keep asking until you're blue in the face. Okay. There is another connotation of blue in that, for example, he held his breath until he turned blue. So there's another kind of idea or connotation that if you hold your breath, if you can't breathe, you turn blue.
In this case, we use red as well.
Yeah, well, not very
Exactly.
logical, is it?
Pretty much.
uh, but yeah, okay. Okay, he held his breath until he turned blue. Or also, not only hold your breath, but also very cold. If you're The other idea is if you're very cold, you turn blue. He was swimming in the cold mountain stream until he turned blue. Okay. Come in from the cold, you're turning blue. All right, so there's the idea that you actually turn blue if you're too cold, or if you keep holding your breath. The idea with this particular example is the person can't breathe because they're continuing to ask. Yeah,
In Russian we
kind
have
of crazy.
we have the same, but without in the face. Just until you becoming blue, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, actually, with this idiom, I should have expressed that until you're blue. In the face is optional. We It's optional. We understand it that it's there, but you definitely would hear people say, "I don't care. You can stand here and wait. You can ask at me. Not stand here and wait. That's not. It's somebody's talking or shouting or doing something. The idea being that they can't breathe. Well, you can shout at me until you turn blue. I don't care. Yeah, sometimes we drop in the face. Okay, now let's again, same thing, blue and red, but this time slightly differently. Um, it's in the style of a dialogue. So complete the dialogue with red or blue, and it's in the style of a dialogue. So one person makes a remark or asks a question, and the other person may answer using the idiom. Okay, Heidi, it's around to you again. How can you be sure that it was Rob who's been stealing the CDs?
Linda saw him putting them in his bag during his lunch break. He was caught red-handed.
Definitely, yeah. Very common idiom. Caught red-handed is the idiom. Undeniably caught. Caught in the act of doing something. Right. Whatever it's doing, you're caught in the act, and it can be used for anything you're caught doing. Okay, very good. Alvaro, number 2. George seems to be the boss's favorite. He's always nice to him.
Oh yes, George can do no wrong. He's the uh, blue-eyed boy.
He's the blue-eyed boy. Uh, yeah, and the whole sentence is the idiom. He's the blue-eyed boy. He's the favorite. Kind of like a teacher's pet, but a teacher's pet is obviously the teacher's favorite. But we use this expression. He's the blue-eyed boy. He's treated special. He gets special treatment. He's the favorite, often for work, as in this case. It could be. It could be within a family. It could be really any kind of group. So it's a lot more general. But the idea is,
And then where does it come from? Do you know? Or it's kind of yes,
well,
no.
do I know? No, I don't know. No, but I kind of know. No. Uh, well, I don't know. I think it's from the sort of I hate to say it, but the totally biased, racist, you know, kind of blue-eyed, blonde-haired superiority complex. I really think that's where it's from, you know, the Aryan, superior Aryan race. I mean, I hate to say that, but you ask, and I think that's what the idea is. As
Okay.
wrong as and as antiquated as that idea is, okay, it may rear its ugly head in this idiom, I think. Ooh, there's another idiom. Rear its ugly head. All right. Even though it's an ugly thing, it shows up and is very apparent. Okay. Raphael, number three.
Do you wanna try the new late night cinema? It might be good. Might be quite good. No, thanks. Somebody told me they show red movies. I'm not interested.
Ah, I think that late night cinema is for a different kind of movies. Movies with, yeah, okay, with actors with funny names. Um, I think this is probably, they're talking about pornographic movies. And as I noted earlier, in English, we call them blue movies. Uh, so,
In
you know,
Japan, pink film.
pink, really? Well,
Pink.
pink actually makes sense, to be honest. That's the only one I've heard that actually makes sense. I don't understand, why pornographic or sexual things are green or blue. Pink I can buy. Pink I can see. Okay. But anyway, um, yeah, so those are known as blue movies. I was really shocked, actually. I remember when, obviously, you guys are probably all familiar with Blu-ray movies, like DVDs. Probably seen those around. I couldn't believe they called them Blu-ray because for the longest time, I actually thought they were all pornographic movies. Confused me. Anyway, okay. Max, John gets quite aggressive when you talk about politics, doesn't he?
Absolutely. And if you criticize the Labour Party, it's like a red rag to a bull. You can't resist trying to put you right.
Okay. Well, I think that's kind of obvious where you're going with that idiom. It's like a red rag to a bull. Okay. Um, yeah. It's like a red cloth to a bull. Uh, either one. But that's the idea. It antagonizes them and makes them really angry. It upsets them. Okay. Martin, sorry to hear about your father. Had he been ill for some time?
No, it was a heart attack, totally unexpected, a completely bolt out of the blue.
Yep, again, out of the blue. Just a different version of the same idiom we saw earlier. A complete bolt out of the blue. And this is complete, the whole thing. It was a complete bolt out of the blue. And look, here's a picture. Sap, meaning bolt, meaning lightning bolt here. A bolt out of the blue. Okay. Heidi, number six. Huh?
Huh? You
This
look
is.
worried.
Oh yeah. Oh, you look worried, Heidi. Sorry, I'm sorry, Heidi. Whoops, spacing out there. I was out in left field somewhere. I don't know. You look worried. Is everything okay?
Not really. I mean, I'm having real money problem. Blue,
No, surprisingly. Okay,
red,
bye, Max. Yes, your
red.
second guess is good. I'm in the red again. Okay, this is confusing, and Many people get this confused.
Yeah, if we have some money problems, maybe our face turns to red, blue.
Hmm Uh, no, but let me try to explain this whole convoluted thing here. Yesterday, in our idioms class, we looked at black and white. So yesterday we ran across in the black. Uh, it's strange, but usually black has bad connotations. Black is dark, is evil, is
Mm.
mistakes. It's bad things. But the exception is in the black, it means you're making profit. Your company or personal finances. This
Okay.
specifically has to do with finances and money. If but it could be personal. Your personal finances, you could be in the red. You're in debt.
Deficit. Deficit means red.
That's right.
Hmm.
And there's actually a reason for this. In olden times, um, long, long ago, before there were computers, the accountants would actually physically keep the books. We still use that idiom. Somebody, very commonly, an accountant in the United States or England is called a bookkeeper. I got a job as a bookkeeper. You keep the books. You actually write down all the financial transactions and financial statements, and they would actually, in olden days, use black ink for positives and
Hmm.
profits and income, and they would actually physically use red ink to
Yeah,
show.
even Japan the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is to call it red letter.
Okay. See you, Martin. Bye bye. Oh, sorry. Okay. Uh, Interesting. Okay. As a matter of fact, in America, teachers use red ink always
Mhm.
to make corrections on papers or tests.
Yeah,
Uh, Sorry, Heidi, what was that?
this is. Yes, I said only yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Only.
okay. Yeah, they always do. They use red ink. So you know instantly when you get your homework back or you get a test paper, you know how well you did just by glancing and seeing how much red ink was on the paper. Oh God. I looked at my test and all I saw was red ink. Okay, Alvaro. Ooh, this one's interesting. Why
Okay.
did they spend so long at the meeting talking about the color of the chairs?
Well, it was a complete, I'd say, blue herring, just a total waste of time.
Okay. This is a slightly strange use of this idiom, in my opinion. Actually, I think it's supposed to be it was a complete red herring, just a total waste of time. Uh, a red herring, I don't think a red herring actually exists. So a red herring is something that's completely off subject. We use this, you see this in detective novels, mystery novels, okay, where the detective is following all the clues, but suddenly there's a clue which turns out to be totally unrelated to the crime. And that is the most common use of this. And we call that a red herring. Oh, I wasted my time. Uh, or this clue is just a red herring. I wasted my time following a red herring. Okay, something that has nothing to do with what is actually going on. So I suppose talking about the color of the chairs is completely unrelated. So I guess it qualifies. For me, that's a slightly strange use. Um, it means usually, okay, like a crime or, um, all right, you're trying to do your taxes and you have a box full of receipts and you're adding up your receipts, but then there's a receipt from 10 years ago. So that's not going to help your taxes now. So if you add it into your tax report, it's a red herring. It doesn't belong there. It's something that just doesn't belong. Okay. Raphael, number 8.
Uh, you can drive, can't you, Helen? Was it difficult to learn? Oh, I found it really hard, especially the test. I failed it 3 times. The day I passed was a blue letter day for me. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Nice try. But no. It's a red letter day. It's a red letter day. A red letter day is the whole idiom. It's going to be a red letter day. It was a red letter day. If you think about it, well, I don't really know in Brazil, but most of the calendars I look at, the holidays like Christmas and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and all that, are actually in red ink. Uh, at least for English speakers. So it's like a holiday. So a red letter day is a special day, a day of a special day and a day to celebrate.
Can I leave a comment?
Yeah, oh, please.
It's really, really hard to guess because I was thinking about the blue letter day because
What's that?
before you were mentioning about the teacher
Uh-huh.
correcting a test
Right.
with letter ink, and then I thought, letter ink, so it may
Ah,
be blue.
yeah. That's
It's
pretty
really hard
lost.
to guess because you it's different in every culture.
Yes, it's different every culture, and I must
Yeah.
say that this particular lesson today that you guys are suffering through here with me is very illogical. I mean, of course, teaching English, I run into illogical things all the time, but this lesson is really illogical. It really is.
Are they popular?
Actually, surprisingly, all of the idioms we're looking at today, caught red-handed, super popular. Blue-eyed boy, not so much. Blue movies, not that much. Wave a red flag to a bull. We say red flag in American English, by the way. Red rag, whatever. Not so much. Out of the blues, very common. In the red, very common. A red herring, pretty common. A red letter day, pretty common. These are all pretty common, yeah, for the most part. Uh, okay, review time. Let's see if we can quickly get through the review. Heidi,
Red,
there's red. There's too much red tape.
red,
Very good. Alvaro,
Let's paint the town red.
very good. Ooh, Alvaro, you ever go out and paint the town red?
When I'm actually I currently in London. When I go back to Spain, I'm gonna paint the country red.
Okay, good
That's
for
too
you.
expensive.
Have fun. Okay. Raphael, number 3.
He'll scream, blue murder.
Yeah. Also, he'll scream bloody murder. We all that's very common as well. He'll scream bloody murder, or sometimes together. Sometimes they're put together. He'll scream blue bloody murder. Um, yeah, either one or combination of both. Heidi,
red,
see if you can just say red every time and get it right. Okay, that's like a red rag to a bull. All right, Alvaro.
Okay, I'm not quite sure about this, but I'm gonna try. Ask it till you are red in the face.
Nope, that's the logical answer. That's to you're blue in the face. This goes along with the whole idea that if you hold your breath until you turn blue,
Okay.
you're out of breath because you keep talking repeatedly. You keep asking repeatedly. Raphael.
I do it once in a blue moon.
Oh, very good. Oh, Heidi.
black and blue,
Oh, can't say red now. Black and blue all over, bruised severely. Alvaro?
He's the eyed. Sorry, he's the blue-eyed boy.
He's a blue-eyed boy. Mm-hmm. Uh, Raphael, number 9.
She was caught red-handed.
Indeed. Raphael, do you have the same expression? Red-handed or no? Do you have something
Uh,
similar?
let me think. Dirty hand. Dirty hand.
Dirty-handed.
With dirty hands. I caught you with dirty
Dirty
hands
hands.
in
Actually,
Portuguese.
all right. They have the same one here in the Philippines. Actually, interesting. Okay. Heidi, number 10.
Red letter.
Red lettered A. Hooray, hooray. Uh, Alvaro, number 11.
It was a bolt out of the blue.
Yeah, all of a sudden it was a shock, a shocking surprise. And last, Raphael.
I got the red carpet treatment.
Very good. Okay, Heidi,
Yeah.
what sort of things make you see red?
Mm-hmm.
What's something that makes
Yeah.
you see red?
For example, I forgot my wallet and I went to the supermarket.
Oh, I hate that.
In front of the cashier. Yeah. Wow. I'm sorry. I don't have any money.
Well, that would make you turn red or make you go red. That would be embarrassing.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay, there's a subtle small difference here with the verbs. If
Mhm.
you turn red or go red, you're embarrassed. If you see red, you become angry.
Angry. Mm.
Yeah. So, what makes you see red?
Sometimes men are very rude to female in Japan.
Who would do such a thing? Uh,
For
yeah.
example, I open the door in some shop
Uh-huh.
for me, but the men through the door.
Really?
Yeah.
My God. That's I don't even know what to say. I would be embarrassed. Now, I would turn red if I walked through the door after you opened it. Okay. Alvaro, what makes you see red?
Actually, it makes me see red. All the red tape I find
Yeah.
and many
Yeah.
things.
Okay. Good answer. Red tape makes me see red. Me too. Uh, definitely. It's so frustrating to. I hate doing work which I know is pointless. You know? You know what I mean,
Yeah,
Alvaro? Really
yeah, but
bothers me.
Yes.
yeah, but I think the point is that some people get money from uh, just stopping your work. So if you want things to get further, you have to pay them. So
Yeah.
that's I think they use red tape for getting more money.
Yeah. Yeah, another expression, it was just reminded me, and I was thinking about Raphael's conversation earlier about how his boss makes people do a lot of red tape kind of work. When you're at work and really there's nothing going on and your boss makes you do projects, makes you do things that really they're really accomplishing nothing. They're not making any money for the company. They're not really he's just keeping you busy. We call that busy work. Oh, what are you doing? I'm just doing busy work. I don't know. It's pointless. The boss has given me busy work. Just to keep busy is the idea.
So
Pointless work.
okay, okay.
Yeah. Uh, Raphael, what sort of things make you see red?
Uh, I used to see red when I was working as a math teacher in high school, but not anymore, thank God.
Thank God. Okay. Well, I can probably understand that. Okay.
Teenagers, you know.
Teenagers, yeah. My children are still young. Don't remind me, Raphael. One day they're gonna metamorphose, change into teenagers. Really
Yeah,
not.
but it's not going to happen if you're a good father and if you provide education to them. And that's not the case in Brazil. That's the
Uh,
problem. Fathers and mothers are too busy to educate their children. And I refused to be a father when I was teaching. I'm not a father, I'm a teacher.
yeah, I understand that loud and clear. Absolutely. Okay, lady and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me and fighting with these sometimes illogical idioms. I hope you've learned a few useful ones. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you again soon here on
Thank you
Verbal.
very
Thank
much.
you. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all.
See you.
Bye for now.